haven't really been playing a lot. I've been on guitar lately. I've been doing a lot of like Chon, a lot of Chon, learning some polyphia, some intervals, and I've been writing a lot. I'm getting warmed up right now, and then I'm gonna move into some Chon stuff. Well, thanks, Andrew. Yeah, I'm just trying to get my hand warmed up. This is the first time I play guitar today. I've been playing a ton of piano all morning. Strat rig. Hang on, I'm on my Toolmaster Pro. This is a song I'm trying to learn right now. Let me see. Play some Skinnerd? I fucking love Skinnerd. You can play that? Everybody knows Sweet Home Alabama. Don't be acting like it's anything crazy. You gotta listen. You gotta dig deep into their discography. You need to listen to the first song I played. This is Swamp Music off of Ain't Nothing Special or Second Helping. You know, then you can do some of From Nothing Special or Nothing Fancy. Hold on. Oh damn, I haven't played it in a while. And there's some really good Southern rock too. Like, don't forget about Molly Hatchet, you know. Nah, I don't really listen to a lot of Pantera, and I'm on my. This guitar is in standard. Alright, let me pull up some music now. We're gonna find out if I'm really warmed up. We'll start off at 70%. Well, it needs to be louder. Let me turn off the metronome. Drum fill, I don't have the backing track. What's up, Peanut? How's your day? I don't have a backing track for this yet. Yeah, man. Oh, let me catch up on these comments. I've been good. I've just been busy. Let me see. Any extreme? Tommy Manuel is really good. What's up, NS? Thanks, brother. This is the strat I got for my birthday this year. Your fingernail makes a good pick. Oh, you're not rickrolling me. You never got into hybrid picking? And no way, this guitar is standard. Yeah, this guitar is in standard. It's in E standard. Let me see. Thanks, IK Phil. And that's a song I've been learning. Yeah, I've been well. I've been busy. Hybrid pick is nothing crazy. I'm down to talk about it if you're interested in hybrid picking and how to get started. I've been busy though, but I'm on spring break right now. So last weekend, let's see, I finished up my final, which was I'm a composer, so I compose a lot of music. And for my final project for this portfolio course, I had to do like a 7-minute film score. So I finished that Thursday, turned it in, made a 98 on it, which is nice on my final. And then Friday, I drove down to Atlanta. I did a meet and greet, and then I did a composer/sync conference. So I was learning about how to write music for basically television and how to earn money as a composer. So I did that all last weekend, and then yesterday, I was working on my yard all day yesterday. I'm just catching up on doing some honeydews. My body's kind of worn out after. I don't have that much land, but I think we're like just over half an acre, but we have a ton of pine trees. So I just spent all day yesterday mowing, raking, like stuff I've been putting off for the longest time. So it was good getting that done yesterday. Then today I'm affiliated with a PRO. So, hey, what's up? From Indonesia, I'm Mr. Worldwide. Yeah, I signed this morning with ASCAP, so I'm affiliated with the American Society of Composers, something, and Producers. And then I have found 3 libraries that I'm submitting to, and I started writing. Basically, I think the thing that I'm going to try to get into is doing hip hop orchestration. Because I enjoy doing orchestration, and I'm learning a lot of polyphia right now on the guitar, and a lot of polyphia is kind of like the blend of math rock and hip hop. So I'm learning how to write in that style. So not only can I do that for, can impact that dog. Oh, you see my dogs? They're both in here. I've got 3 of them, but this one's a little clingy lately. Ever since I left, he's like, "This is Dad. Won't leave me alone." That's all right. But yeah, I started composing, and I'm trying to learn Ableton. Go on. Go. I usually use Logic Pro. So, but I've heard really good things about about Ableton, especially for live performance use. So I just bought it, getting the student discount, and working on a complete composition in it. I'm surrounded by keyboards, is what you don't see. I've got a launch pad. My synthesizer is on. I have an analog synthesizer. I was messing around trying to get some 808 sounds out of it. And I've got 2 keyboards, and it's been crazy. But I needed to play some guitar. And I've been putting out a lot of content on Patreon. So if y'all are on Patreon, I just released my sweep picking exercises. So all those are on there. I'm not reading that. Catherine, what are you studying? Probably the one I just played, Perfect Pillow. That one is all but, you know. Let me see if I have one of my songs ready to go. I haven't played this in a while, so this will be fun. I call this song "It Can Happen" because what I was hoping to get from it is being able to finish it, which means that could happen. John Petrucci, I can play some Petrucci. The only thing that sucks is I get demonetized when I play a bunch of covers. This is an original. I don't know what I'm doing on the last solo. That's the idea. The problem is I can't finish right in that last solo part. That's the only reason why I haven't finished the track completely. Oh, okay. Interesting. Thanks, Peanut. My only problem with doing covers is that it demonetizes me and I get copyright strikes. And I don't know enough about YouTube Live because I haven't been doing it a lot, or haven't been doing it enough to know if that affects my channel. So I'm weary. Yeah, I am. The clean preset right now is my Juicy Cleans, which is, you can actually download it from the cloud. something about guitar though. I one thing I've been messing around with lately is I don't know if melodic chord progression is the right word, but basically taking a chord progression and learning how to expand it in ways where it's different than I don't know. Let me just give an example of what I'm saying. So let's find a chord progression. I don't have anything prepared right now. I'm just gonna riff. First, let's choose a key. So my guitar is in E standard, so we'll use the key of E major or C sharp minor to riff in. So the first thing that I'd really recommend people sit down and like really spend time practicing is learning the chords within a certain key. So if we're in E major, and I'm gonna play sevenths, not enough. So we're gonna kind of play some jazzy chords technically, but they're called extended chords. So we're not just gonna play like cowboy chords basically. So the first chord, you know, you have your major one, so E, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, A major, B dominant, C sharp minor, and then we're gonna kind of skip over D sharp because it's up. See ya, Thomas. So if we know these chords, the next step is to learn them in different places, right? So if I know E's here, my next question would be, where else can I play an E? Well, I could do it. Or so that instantly opens us up, right? So if I know I've got an E, let's do the same thing for F sharp. So, and it's just getting familiar with all these chords are. So now let's take a chord progression. Let's see what we can do. I'm gonna do a prime example. If you go online, you can type in, let's just see, popular chord progressions. And I'll give you numbers. So let's see, 7 common chord progressions you'll easily recognize. This is just the first thing that came up on Google. 1, 5, 6, 4. You hear this all the time, right? So this is gonna be a 1, our 5, which is A. Oh no, B, excuse me. 6, 2. Alright, so in this chord progression, we're just going to use 1, and I'm going to show you how you can take it and twist it in different areas. So we're just doing a 1, 5, 6, 4. Very popular in pop right now. So you have E, B, C sharp, A minor. You know, you've heard that a million times. So now we got to learn how to make it not sound like the Beatles, right? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to take note of all the different chords that I know of in this progression. So for, 1, we have E. We can do E down here. We can do E here. Well, let's see. So we can do something like... I'm going to do a little bit of fingerstyle. Might even be able to do. So how can I make it not sound so vanilla? I don't want to do that. I don't think I'm going to do dominant there, so we're just going to do kind of major stuff. Thank you, Nolan. I slept. I drove. Man, you hear this chord progression all the time. Let's find a different one. Let me show you another cheat. If you go to chat.openai, I'm going to say, give me a chord progression in the style of prog rock that is 16 bars. Sure, here's a chord progression. So this is C minor, F minor, B flat. Whoa, it just gave me a bunch of random ass chords. Let's see. Let me just play them as it wrote it, and then we'll riff with it. That's actually kind of cool. That sounds pretty cool. I went to Atlanta. I was at a sync license conference. I like how that sounds right there. That's C minor, F minor, B flat, E flat. So let's see. Where else can I play that? So we're in the key of E flat minor, or E flat major, so which is C minor. So what I'm basically doing now is I'm trying to find pathways to each individual chord. So if I'm in C minor, oh, it's B flat first. So let's see. Where else can I play F? So it'd be F, A, C. So I'm gonna try to shoot for here at this F minor. So to connect this, oh, we can even do this. B flat major. Oh, let's not do that B flat though. Let me see, what's another B flat? We could go. And then you just got to hear melody. So I kind of hear something like what if we kept everything minor? See you, Catherine, you're heading out? Yeah, I'm just... Let's do... And then what, A flat minor? A flat major? So we can make that the riff. And then we need to hit B flat major here. What other kind of B flat could we do here? So let's take it back real quick. I don't like this chord. I'm not gonna be able to hit it consistently, so we need to do something different. So be like, maybe we should do that turnaround twice before we do this. And then to connect those ideas, we'll go. Now we just need to make it turn around. this note up. Actually, let's change rigs. All right, so here's what I'm thinking now. This is kind of how I kind of songwrite. I'm just kind of showing you the process in real time. What's up, brother? So I've been playing a lot of Polyphia lately, or learning a lot of Polyphia and Sean. So I'm going to steal from them for a second. So the song I'm going to steal from is called 40 Ounces, and the riff that they play, it goes like this. I can't play it up to speed yet, but. But what I'm going to steal from that is the finger tapping stuff. Who is Chon? Oh my God, who's Jesus Christ? All right, let me see what you're saying. Been listening to Norma Jean today. So brutal. I've been writing a epic orchestral today. Epic orchestral hip hop blend. Dude, I came affiliated with ASCAP today, so that's fun. And then I shot emails out to libraries, and then I'm writing to a brief right now. Dude, I went to a you'll think this is funny, Nate. I went to a sync licensing conference this weekend. Dude, I don't know if you're in the world of sync licensing, but it is crazy, man. It's crazy. You can really make some good money doing sync license if you can get into a good library and get placements. And that's what this weekend was all about. There's people there who are like, the panel, basically, one day was like a meet and greet. The second day, we started off at noon, and we went until like 10:30 at night. And it was fun. Basically, the whole conference was like a panel where they had prepared questions, and they opened it up for an audience. And then there's like a 10-minute break, and then once we started getting towards the tail end, people were pitching their music. Oh, nice. Yeah. And, dude, it was so crazy. It was like I was at a music version of Shark Tank watching these people pitch. But I'd never heard of sync licensing. So for me, dude, I literally took like 20 pages worth of notes, and I've been going through it today and yesterday. But there was one guy there. So people were there from all walks of success in the industry. One guy, his first piece ever was in Taco Bell. He wrote I don't know the style, but he wrote a song and Taco Bell picked it up. 6 months later, he got a paycheck for 10 grand. You know, and there's a lot of people that are like, yeah, that's kind of like the minority. My first one, I only made $500. Then I think I made 5,000, and then my numbers have been going up since then. But the thing that blew my mind about all these guys is their velocity for productivity. I mean, these guys said they're putting out like 5 to 10 tracks a week. I don't know if that's them paying someone to help them crank out tracks or what, but I mean, like right now I put out about 2 tracks a week. So they got me motivated though to start releasing my music and stop trying to be as big of a perfectionist as I tend to be when it comes to my own stuff. Like for example, I played one song at the beginning of this live stream that I still haven't released, and I wrote it probably like over a year ago. But also I haven't finished writing the solo because I'm not fully confident what I'm playing yet. But yeah, it's been fun. It was so much fun, man. I learned so much. I connected with so many good people. I got to meet one of the composers for Star Wars Clone Wars. Got to hang out with him and pick his brain, hear his story. A lot of people, they were writing for like Hulu, Netflix, ESPN. ESPN was like really popular. And it's like if you can do some hip-hop beat stuff, you can really... Hip-hop is so in demand right now. It just so happened they're talking about all this. I'm learning a lot of Polyphia, so I'm like, dude, I could definitely steal from both of those and carve my own lane in the music industry. But it's really interesting stuff. Yeah, that's true. And someone's getting paid pretty well most of the time, unless they just have a bad deal. What I was doing just a minute ago is showing people how to come up with ideas. It's interesting on guitar. I write differently on guitar than I do if I'm playing keyboard or keys. On guitar, it's all about, like, I do chord progressions. I'm in South Carolina. But yeah, it's interesting. The way that I write on guitar is radically different than the way that I do it if I'm actually composing and scoring something. Because when I'm scoring, what I've been doing lately is writing melody and then harmonizing my melody. Or starting off like, let me pull up Ableton, which by the way, I just started getting into Ableton. I dig it. In Ableton, I've been doing something slightly different. Why is this cutting out? I don't know why it's not loud. But in Ableton, I start off, I came up with a chord progression, so just back in a C minor. So then first thing I did is I wrote my ostinato patterns. So I've been doing a lot of ostinato patterns first, highlighting chords, and then writing harmony, and now I'm getting ready to write melody. So I guess it's different every time. That's the crazy thing. But on the Chinese piece I did melody first, and I reharmonized it like 3 or 4 different ways before I finally set up. You're in Michigan? My apologies. Or my condolences, I mean. What is Ableton? Ableton is a digital audio workstation. It's basically an application that allows you to write music. I usually use Logic Pro. I have a ton of experience in Logic Pro. That's basically what my whole college degree is in, is Logic Pro and Pro Tools. But I've heard a lot of good things about Ableton, so I bought it with my educational discount, and I'm committed to learning it because it's really cool for like live music production. So for example, when I'm not lazy, I route all of my audio through Logic, and then from Logic, it goes into an interface into my iPhone. So that way you guys get like the same audio that I get, depending on what you listen to. Listen to it through with headphones, you'd probably get pretty close. Because you got to keep in mind, whenever you're watching live streams or really watching anything, you're capped at the speakers that you're listening to it on. So if you're listening to it on your phone, you're missing out on so many dynamics just richness that I get here in the room. Because one, I'm using an iPhone microphone to capture it, and two, you listen to an iPhone speaker. So you'd just be missing out on a lot. What do you mean you bought? You gotta buy these applications. Logic Pro is $200 plus the cost of whatever Mac you're on. Ableton, I got it for $299 with my student discount. So if you're a student, I think, and I got the studio edition or the suite. I think the suite without the discount's like $750. But you need these applications to make music. I mean, I don't know how you do it with like say Audacity, which I think Audacity is. Oh, if you got your iPhone, you can use GarageBand. What do you do for your job? I'm a student full-time, and I compose music. I wrote music for a podcast, which was sweet. I work in a studio here in Columbia every now and then I play a lot. You listen through 200-watt, full-range speakers? Dang! So I'm loud. But I'm a music production student. I went to this conference to learn how to land and make a career in music because I did a career change. When I got out of the military, I went to school, studied computer science, worked as a software engineer for a while, and then decided I hate this. I want to do what I love in this life. So I decided to go back to school for music, exhaust the rest of my military benefits, and I'm figuring out how to have a career in music doing what I love. So I will graduate this July with a degree in music production, and I'm doing all different kinds of stuff, staying busy. I did, last year, I think at the beginning of the year, I was playing with a country artist. Then I played with another country artist for a bit, and we played a bunch of, we would do solo or duo acoustic sets. And then we traveled a little bit. We went to Alabama for a bit and played, doing just country band stuff. And then I was a pit musician for the Addams Family. What else did I do last year? Addams Family, and I think Little Shop of Horrors was last year too. Year before that, the biggest production I did was Rock of Ages, and we were playing at 1,000 people, which is insane. What's up, Tyler? Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate you, Blaze. I'm doing music production too. Any tips? Do it every day. I'm taking a break, but I've been here. I'll show you what I'm doing. I'll play it. This isn't done by any means. I'm trying to get good at Ableton. Why is my low brass not kicking in? I haven't messed around with the MIDI settings for the strings. They'll sound a lot more realistic and rich when I'm done. There's going to be a riser that comes in, pulls it up. There's a lot of stuff missing in this right now. Then it's going to break, and then drums are going to kick in. Then it's going to go into like a hip-hop vibe. And it'll have a Celtic voice sitting on top singing. But that's what I've gotten done in about an hour and a half. It's crazy how much time these things take, at least for now, because I'm learning all these tools. Logic Pro, I'm definitely a lot faster, but I'm learning right now. What DAW do I use? My speaker's crackling so bad. I don't know why. My internet connection should be pretty good. The mic? Oh, I don't know. So I usually use Logic Pro, but right now I'm learning Ableton. So I'm writing this piece in Ableton just to learn how to use the damn program, because I've heard good things about it. And I've got a bunch of tools. I've got a MIDI 66 or 61 key launch keypad, and then it won't stop. Are the rest of you all hearing that? But I also use this pad. Huh, I don't hear it. Well, obviously I don't hear it, but are everybody else getting that too? Can you stop doing the E, Catherine? Huh. Let me see if I can add in. There's still a lot of static. I don't know what to do about it. I can mute and unmute. Flip this around. For tips for music production, I mean, I'm still, you're not getting any static? Okay. Okay, sweet. Thank you guys. So maybe it's just your internet connection, Blaze. Read a lot of books, man. I mean, the thing that I have going for me is I'm in school, so I have a lot of structure from school, and school forces me to compose a lot, because every week I have, in this last course I was in, I had 2 projects due every week. 1 week I had, it would be replicating a Howard Shore, who wrote Lord of the Rings. I would have to do that. And then the second thing I would have to do is like an original composition, and they would give me parameters. The other thing that you could do is look up sync license briefs. And basically what these are, here, I'll give you an example. I'll read one. I was just given this one. Let me find one I might be interested in actually doing. So in this brief, there's like 9 different briefs. Okay, so here's one. Send no more than 2 ideas. Scary songs for video game trailer. Client wants music that will chill spines and to promote their new video game. Music needs to create an eerie and almost alarming atmosphere that will scare but also intrigue viewers. Dramatic production with plenty of dynamics will work great for this brief. Think horror movie trailer. Lyrics based around survival, darkness, and consequences would also really help the ominous mood for this production team. Our client would prefer distorted vocals. No preference for male or female. As the game's target audience is teenagers, we primarily want contemporary music and will avoid anything that is too orchestral. And then they give you a timeline. It is due today. So I'm definitely not doing that one. Then there's, let's see, original cover songs in reggae Christmas songs. That's interesting. There's an Earth Day memo coming up where they want people to create with nature sounds, and they give you some ideas. But what you can do is read these briefs and use them as kind of like a, hey, Nicolas, talking about sync license for a second. But you can look at this stuff and use it as examples for how to write, right? So if you get a brief that says all this stuff, then you know that someone's getting paid to create this music. So now what you should do is create that just as a creative exercise, or go on YouTube and find a reference like this. I have this track. It's called Epic Motivational Cinematic Hip Hop Rap Beat Instrumental. It's Arise by Night One Collab. It's my reference track for the song I'm writing right now, just so I can learn how to write in this style. So that's kind of like the biggest thing, is using something as a reference track and trying to recreate it. And you can either do a one-to-one cover, or you can do what I do and like take inspiration from. So for example, I don't know if I can play this without getting hit by YouTube copyright, but I'll listen to what these guys are writing, and I also look at timestamps, and then I think about instrumentation, and then I also think about frequency range, right? So you got to train your ear, and I do this really with headphones. You can do it with speakers. I just think it's easier for me to do it with headphones. But I'm an active listener. I take my pen and notebook out, like I'll show you my notes. As I was listening, I wrote out notes. So I said, opening with some type of arpeggios, low end covered in 4. So this guy was doing every 4 beats, his low end, like basically he's writing to loops of 4, but he's changing his loops every 4. What I say, slowly add in layers, Celtic style voice, because I heard that in here. And then you hear what's called a riser, which a riser is, it can be in all different frequency response, but it basically comes up, builds, and then he paused and choked and pulled out all sound. And then whenever he came back in and hit, this is called playing the silence. This is when he introduced his drum beats and everything else. So in this style of music that I'm studying, which is cinematic hip hop, it's very popular to start off kind of traditional, build up a lot of tension, cut the tension off in all sound for at least like 2 beats. This guy did it extended. It would be like 4 beats, you know? And then boom, hit it with like a typical drums. And then I wrote out the stems that I thought that I heard. So here's what I came up with after I heard this track. I said, yeah, obviously there's drums, there's bass, there's 808s. He has ostinato strings going, so you need like you're going to need a string section to do. And ostinatos are basically, I don't know, that's a term you can look up on your own. I also need a melody for my strings, so I need 2 string sections. And then we'll talk about instrumentation and plugins you can get for this stuff too. Then I heard a little bit of cello, some double bass. There's definitely a low brass in this style. There's a cymbal roll, and I wrote it separately because I'm hyper fixated on percussion ensembles right now, because that's where I'm really trying to get better. I even have a book that I'm like studying it for. Then I heard the vocal stuff, some sound design stuff, which if you haven't heard of UVI has a free plugin called Nocturnal, I think. And it is like, I probably would have paid. I try to, well, it just depends right now. I was doing it about every day, but right now I'm focused on actually like grinding, bro. So, but you know, the thing that I'd recommend before you get off here, Tyler, some plugins you should look into. Check out East West. They have this platform called Composer Plus or Composer Cloud. If you're a student, you can get it for $70 a year. Otherwise, I think it's like $150 a year, and there might be a monthly subscription you can get for it. I would definitely check out that. I use those samples all the time. It's basically like realistic instrumentation. You just need to be good at MIDI manipulation. So you need to understand what modulation is. You need to be really good at modulation and velocity, understanding how velocity plays into it. Not all instruments use velocity. So for example, like horn players are mostly using the modulation wheel. So you gotta learn how to automate that really well. What was it again? East West Composer Plus or Composer Cloud. So that's what I would use for most instrumentation. I think they have really good, especially for cinematic stuff, because it depends what you're interested in, right? What else would I recommend? For mixing and mastering, really mastering, I love UAD stuff. Again, it depends on your budget. So you can do, I bought the plugins because they're that damn good. And the local studio that I work at every now and then, they actually own the real hardware and all these plugins. But I bought the UAD 44 pack. I think it was like $250 because that was the first time I've ever bought anything through UAD, and there's like a 15% discount code if you sign up. But if that's out of reach for you, they also have a subscription base called UAD Spark. And UAD Spark, really, it's worth it just for the Sound City studio, for your reverbs, for vocals and whatnot. But also the 1176 is really good. That's a compressor. What else is really good on there? Oh, they have, I think you get 3 synthesizers, and all the synthesizers are really good. You get the Pultec EQ. There's just so much in there that made it worth it, especially because like my buddy actually has a lot of this hardware, and the hardware is like damn near $30,000 to $40,000 to get. And I'm not gonna lie to you, the plugins aren't as good as the hardware, but they're about 90 to 95% there. And I will take 90 to 95% for $250 than 100% at $30,000. You know what I mean? We'll see, what else do I use a lot? I've kind of gotten away from TuneTrack. For a while, I used TuneTrack's Easy Keys when my piano skills weren't really that good. I'll use it every now and then, so I guess I'll still put that on there. Easy Drummer or Superior Drummer, take your pick. I like Easy Drummer 3 because the bandmate tab is really good. So what the bandmate tab does is, say I write a riff that's like this. I don't know, I'm just going to come up with something on the fly. You know, just something like that. I can take that riff, bounce it out, import it into the bandmate, and it uses machine learning to basically analyze the transients in your playing, and it'll do like a recommended drum grooves, and you can choose all different types of styles that you're interested in. So it saves a lot of time for composition, because a lot of times you need to think, we got to go fast. We don't want to go slow. We don't want to get stuck. You don't want to be doing the same track for months on months on months and not producing your music, especially in today's world. Like the day of, until you have a following, and I would say that magic number to shoot for is like a total following across all platforms of 50,000. Until you have that following, you need to be playing the numbers game to get your content out there. Because like the only reason why a lot of you know about my YouTube channel and follow me is because before school, before spring break, I was putting out at least a video a week, and sometimes 2 to 3 videos a week, plus live streaming, and learning how to use these algorithms with my metadata to get in front of the right people, right? That's how a lot of y'all found me. But yeah, Tyler, good deal. I put out a video that shows my top 5 plugins, so check it out. And I have an entire set list of videos dedicated to music production. So check it out and leave me a comment to let me know you watch it, so I know you followed up. And any questions you have, just leave me a comment. I'll get back to you. But, you know, while you're building out, there's just so many different ways that you can really, there's so many different ways you can make a career in music. It's just up to you and how much work you're going to put into it. Like, I'm probably going to have to get off here soon so I can actually do some more work. I was looking at Toastmaster Pro reviews and my videos were suggested. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's because, honest to God, only me and like 1 or 2 other people are really doing like how to use this platform. Everybody else is like, let's compare it to the XFX 3. And if you have a Toastmaster Pro and you want to learn how to use it, those videos don't really do that much. So I definitely found a niche. You still don't like the Toastmaster Pro? It's not bad. You just gotta learn how to use it, brother. I need to do some boring practice with a metronome. I don't know if I should end this to do this, but I'll at least show it so you can get an idea for what my practice sessions look like. I'm going to start off at 80 BPM, and then I do it with 16 notes. Damn, girl, you analyzing my room. That's the first dollar I ever made with my own music. It was a tip, so I saved it. Don't mind my dirty underwear back there. We don't talk about that. Did you see the spider on the wall? Now you're really looking. Is there underwear in there? Alright, so here's how I practice. And I'll slowly increase my 5 BPM once I get comfortable. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to work on my right hand technique. Alright, so I am working on cleaning it up. Before, I'm just going to pause it real quick. So when we're alternate picking really fast, if you feel like you're doing the same motion as turning a door, you're doing it wrong. We should not be having that big of a motion. Rather, it should be more like knocking on a door. So the mental cue to remember it is don't open my door, knock on my door first, right? So that's what I'm working on with my right hand. And this is kind of slow, just... the other thing is, practice it for a while. Don't just be like, oh yeah, I got it, and that's it. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to increase by 5 BPM. And I'm just going to show you what my practice looks like, and then I'm going to jump off here and really nerd out and really, really get it. All right, so now I'm going up to 85 BPM. Alright, now let's do sweet. This is where I struggle with sweep picking. You're about to see. I got sweaty. There's like this weird cap of like, it's easy to go fast, it's easy to go slow, it's hard to go in that practice zone. I'm getting there. Alright, we're gonna do the same thing at 90 BPM. First thing we're going to do is our alternate picking. Alright, now we gotta do last flying pinky. Yeah, I've been working on it. Now we're gonna do sweep picking. This is again the area that I'm probably about to get a little sweaty in. Da 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 da. Ah! I gotta tell myself it's slow. I'm psyching myself out. Come on! Yeah, this is woodshedding. Woo! But on live stream, so I'm even sweatier. I'll see you, Catherine. I hope you have a great day. I'm gonna put my hair up for this. I'm starting to sweat like I've been watching Cops. When the hair goes up, that means the work's going in. Everybody knows this, right? Nicholas, I need to show you my work on the Chon song. I've also been learning some Polyphia lately, and really just I've been woodshedding this stuff. I'm still not where I want to be, but the fact that I can even sweep pick anywhere remotely close to this is a huge improvement. It's definitely the pick, though. The pick choice is what matters. All right, let me show you this Chon song, just so you can hear where it's at, Nicholas, because I don't remember the last time you've seen it. I did 70% earlier, so I'm gonna do 75. Last night, or my last practice session, I got it up to 85% relatively clean. Another new thing is I'm not playing it with the Mario's part. It's like just me. Because what I found is that I was so damn reliant on his part that it was stopping me from actually learning it. Let me see. This is another piece I'm working on. This is 40 Ounce by Polyphia. I'm gonna play it slow and I'm gonna slowly build it up. I can already play it faster than this. Let me bump it up. Oh, it ended my loop. Alright, let's see if I can speed that up. Dude, that's crazy. Alright, let's see if I can do 70%. I ain't got it that fast. All right, let me see how far I can actually get in that song with. I think it's just the same thing. I don't think he changes anything until he gets to. And I got to learn the Scott page too, because technically in this group that I'm putting together, I will be playing Scotty's parts. But Scotty doesn't know that I don't know his parts up. Yeah, I gotta learn this part. Yeah, these arpeggios. Dun, 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 dun. Can you move? Let's do it. We'll do a loop. Dun, 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 dun. Where would be the best place to do that loop? Probably right here. I'm gonna do this bar by bar. Oh, I see what he's doing. What's that chord? Alright, well, I'm going to jump off here and I'm just going to woodshed because this isn't the most exciting thing to watch. But that's where my chops are right now. That's crazy. Well, thank y'all for hanging out. It's crazy.